In this video, we'll try to understand what exactly is anti-forgery token in MVC. Anti-forgery token is used to prevent a deadly attack called as CSRF. CSRF stands for cross-site request forgery. So if you really try to understand the meaning of forgery, the English dictionary meaning of forgery, it is nothing but it is an act of copying or imitating things like signature on a check or some official documents to deceive the authority source for financial gains. Now, when you talk about web applications, this forgery is termed as CSRF, that is cross-site request forgery. So it is nothing but it's a method of attacking, or you can say hacking, a website where the attacker imitates or forges as a trusted source. So as if he is a trusted source, he acts like a trusted source and sends data to the genuine site. And the genuine site processes the information innocently, thinking that data is coming from a trusted source. For example, you can see that above I have a very simple application, and this is a bank application which helps you to transfer money. Okay, so I am logged in currently into my account here. So if I want to go and transfer money to some other account number, so I can say here transfer 1000 to account number something like ACC something. Okay, so when it says transfer money, it says that okay, 1000 has been transferred to this account number. So I have a very simple application here which helps me to transfer money to account number. Now here is a site created by the attacker. It is a forged site. It is a dummy site, you can say. Now this site from outside looks like a gaming site. It looks like it's as if that it is for playing games, but internally this site is deadly. So if you go and do a view source and see what it is doing internally, it is actually making a post to the genuine site for money transfer. So you can see that internally when you go and if you go and click on this play the ultimate game, it is actually making a post to the genuine site to do a transfer. And you can see that there are two hidden fields here. One is for the amount and one is for the account, right? So in case, if some user comes in here and if he clicks on this play the ultimate game, internally it does a money transfer. So the attacker can send this link to the genuine user in an email, like probably with the title saying play this awesome game or something, and the genuine user will fall trap to this. So how do we prevent this problem? What is the solution for this? The solution for this is that we need to identify if the request is coming from a genuine source or not. So for that, here is the proposed solution, and let us see then later how we can go and implement this by using MVC. So the end user makes a request to the server for the screen, right? So the first request comes to get the UI, that bank transfer UI. So at that time, if we can go and inject a secret token, so if we can go and generate a token and inject the same in the HTML, and later on, when the end user sends the request data, right, he will also send this token. And this token will then be validated to check, if this was the same token which was generated first. So if this token is not proper, then we can go and cancel this request. And if the token is proper, then we can process the request and send the response. So in other words, we need to go and generate a token, and that token needs to be passed from the user back to the server in every request which comes in. So we can then know that yes, this request is coming from a genuine source. So in order to go and generate the anti-forgery token, right? So first time when this money transfer screen loads, so we need to go and generate the token, right? So for that, we can go and use this HTML helper class. And in this, we have this anti-forgery token method, which will help us to generate the token. And when you click on this submit, it actually goes and calls this transfer action, right? So in this transfer action, where we have the money sending logic over here, I will go and say that validate the anti-forgery token, right? So now let me go and build this application here and let us see what happens. So you can see that I have requested for my site here. So this is now the genuine screen. And if you go and do a page source in the genuine screen, you can see that there is a hidden field here created called as _request verification token. And you can see that there is some kind of a unique token which has been generated. And this is all due to this html.antiforgery call, right? So now if the genuine site makes a call, so if I go and make a call from here, it works. But now if the site which is duplicate, if he tries to make a call, so you can see that it is now saying that a required anti-forgery token was not supplied or was invalid. But nowadays attackers are smart, even they are programmers. So what if now the duplicate site, now this is becoming interesting. Now what if the duplicate site also generates an anti-forgery token, right? So if this is done, then so if the duplicate site also generates the anti-forgery token using this @HTML, right? Or probably he gets a grab of your token, you can see now even the duplicate site will be able to make a call, right? So what do we do now? So in other words, now the source site or the genuine site, other than the anti-forgery token, should also provide something extra, something that will make a difference. For example, when we eat food, right? So when we add a salt, how it looks different. So we need to add something extra. That extra, that is the salt. We need to add something which the attacker does not know about it. So for that, what we have to do is when we generate this anti-forgery token here, I will go and put a salt. So I will say here, addition to the token, use this salt to generate the key. So I'll say this is the secret key. Okay, secret key 1, 2, 3. And this key I also need to provide over here in this attribute. So over here I'll say salt is equal to secret 1, 2, 3. So now let me go and rebuild my solution here. Expected, yeah, absolutely. So there I go, I rebuild my solution. So now let us see what happens. So if now this attacker site tries to make a submit, you can see that it is giving the error. If I go to my genuine site here now, and if he tries to make a submit, it works because the genuine site now knows something more than the token, that is the salt. So let us quickly revise what we have learned from this video. First thing, CSRF is an attack, wherein the attacker forges as if he is a genuine site and sends information. Anti-forgery token helps us to prevent CSRF attack. And in order to make your CSRF attack foolproof, use a salt. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.